What you can see right here on the left side of the screen is an automated AI agent that logs into my school account, goes into different communities and searches for members who could be potential leads. It also does a filtration based on the member's bio, and it only saves the people whose bio represents my exact target audience that I need. For this project, we are going to use browser use, and we can take a look at its performance until it does its job. As you can see, browser use outperforms many other solutions by big margins. Even OpenAI's operator falls behind. So if we take a look at the cost of operations between hiring VAs from India, for example, and running this AI agent, we can draw some conclusions. First of all, a $5 an hour VA can only work, let's say, 8 hours a day. They need training. You have zero leverage on them because they can only do so much as they are humans. And there's also the time zone difference. So at the end of the month, you are spending 1.2K on a VA who does repetitive tasks that can be easily automated with an AI agent like this. And by the way, this is not the only use case for this. But let's go ahead and compare how the AI agent does. This can work 24/7. It only needs one prompt, so you don't have to train it necessarily. You have infinite leverage, and this is just a go-to tool for every single business owner. Also, the cost of operations is much cheaper. I'm talking $150 a month to run this exact agent. So overall, the AI agent is 30 times cheaper monthly and is 3 times more efficient than a VA, and we have superior scalability. I know many people are scared of AI, but the opportunities that it gives us is truly unfathomable. You as a business owner need to be able to leverage your time to its fullest potential, and without AI agents, that's simply not possible. So here are a couple of workflows that you can automate with this browser use. For example, we have data scraping, lead generation, outreach automation, post engagement, and this can be on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, anywhere. And I can also do competitor research for you. Now for today's example, of course we are going to take a look at AI lead generation. And this system can work with this simple prompt. Of course, this is not bound to school only, you can use any kind of platform. You just need to give the AI a concrete prompt so it can go ahead and do the work for you. In today's video, we are going to set up this exact agent, which you can see right here on the left side. And I will show you how you can hook up DeepSeek's API so the costs will be ridiculously low. And let's start from scratch. So what you're gonna need to do is create a folder, let's say AI agent. You need to go into this folder and copy its location. Then you need to go ahead and open a command prompt as an administrator. You need to do cd copy paste to go into this folder within the command prompt. Then I have this guide inside my Telegram, which you can get free access in the video description. And all you need to do is copy the second step and press enter. This is going to copy browser uses all necessary stuff into this folder. Now you need to bear in mind that there are a few requirements in order to make this all work. You need Python, you need Git, UV, VS Code, and if you want to run this browser use with local models, you also need Ollama and DeepSeek's R1 model. But there's nothing complicated here, you just need to download and install all of these so the setup process can go seamlessly. Next up, we need to go into this web UI, so you need to copy this folder address, cd into it. And now comes the fourth step, which is getting a virtual environment set up with Python. Now we have to activate this virtual environment. And so far, if you did everything correctly, you will have this web UI right here. Next up, we need to install the requirements. Copy and paste, simple as that. And once everything installed, we need Playwright as well. Okay, the last step is actually launching this web UI with this last command prompt. So let's copy and paste that. Yes sir, we should be good to go. Now you can access your web UI via this link. Simply copy paste that into your browser and you should be good to go. Okay, so from here you can basically configure the whole browser use. Here in the LLM section you can set up your LLM provider. Now we are going to use DeepSeek for this example, but you can use anything from Anthropic to OpenAI to Gemini. However, if you want to use local models to completely cut off all operational costs, what you need to do is go ahead and select Ollama. Here at the model name, we will only have two examples. Even if you install new models for Ollama, this won't change. So here's how you're gonna make it work. When you go to Ollama's site and actually download Ollama, you need to also run it in the background. Once it's running, you can go to models, you can go to DeepSeek R1, this is the first one. I would recommend using at least the 7 billion parameter one. And you can download this easily by simply copying this exact prompt, going into CMD, opening it as administrator. You can simply paste it, press enter, and it will install it easy peasy. Now, even if you refresh this, you won't see it within the models. However, what you can do is simply copy this port and input it right there. So now if we try to use browser use, it will utilize DeepSeek's R1, which we run locally with Ollama. You don't need a base URL, you don't need an API key. This way it will run completely locally. The only problem with running this locally is that it's extremely slow. You need a really powerful GPU in order to make this run efficiently. So I would suggest that you invest into DeepSeek's API in order to run this, because it's like 5 times cheaper than OpenAI's O1 API. So it just makes sense to use DeepSeek. So here's what you need to do. We go to DeepSeek API, go right here, go to API platform. And now we need to top up our balance. So let's go ahead to top up. And I'm gonna do $2 right here. Okay, I successfully updated my balance. Now we have $2. And we can go ahead to API keys, create a new API key, name it anything you want really. And you need to save this somewhere safe. Okay, now we can simply select DeepSeek, paste the API, and test the agent with the default prompt to see if it's working correctly. Sometimes it takes a while, but yeah, as you can see, once it's loaded, it automatically accepts everything. It should search for OpenAI. Yes, press enter. And yeah, we are basically logged in. So now we have this prompt which you can copy and paste from my Telegram. Fill your credentials so the AI can start working. Okay, and if I press run agent, we should be back to exactly where we started the video. It loads up school, analyzes the image, clicks on login, fills out my credentials, logs in, and yeah, basically it's all set and it's doing its thing on autopilot. If you want to take leverage of these new AI tools and stay ahead of the curve, all of my resources, tutorials, AI agents, systems, prompts will be available 24 hours before I post the actual YouTube video. So if you want to take advantage of that information arbitrage, click on the first link in the video description and take advantage of this AI now. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you want to see next time, and see you tomorrow.